Well, that was fun. I'm sorry if my camera was slipping and sliding while we were crafting. Just fell to the desk, and yeah, so hopefully it's all okay to edit those together, but that's all right. I've been having a little trouble with these lately, but that's all right. We'll figure it out eventually. At least most of my videos haven't been cutting off anymore. I kind of got a hang of that. I realized that I've got about 50 minutes to play and then it'll shut off automatically, and my battery has to be charged. So it's automatic that the camera will do that for me when it shuts off, whether the battery is good or not. So I have to kind of pay attention to that. And if I know that I'm getting to that point, I will start listening for it and catch it, hopefully, when it clicks. Okay, so we're just going to glue, no rhyme or reason to these. If I find any papers that I do want to keep that I don't want to use on this, and I'm inspired to use them elsewhere or some other way, I'll put them aside, but for the most part, I should be able to use most of these. There's a pink strip. I could put that somewhere, or I could use, I'm going to hold on to that one until I'm actually making things. And here's a couple more strips. I'll hold on to those too. There's another color of that. I think I'm going to hold on to that one for a minute. Since I have 2 pages, I don't want to use all the stuff on the one. I need to spread it out. Share in the I don't like these papers wealth, right? Alright, it's been fun. I've been making so many cards. Every day I'm making a few cards, and then I've got to go at the end of the time and then go make the envelopes. If I have to make all those envelopes at once, I'm going to go crazy. So I'm making them as I go. So 2 or 3 a day, 2 or 3 cards and envelopes a day. It's working out so far. It's fun, been fun. And I know it's going to a good cause, so it's kind of exciting. If you have extra cards or you're interested in making cards for my challenge, I invite you to join in. It's going to be going on through the end of October, through Halloween. The details are going to be in the description box of this video. No, actually I'm going to put the link of the original video in the description box of this video, so that you can go back to the original video, because I'm not going to be able to explain it all right now, but you'll be able to do that. That way, if I need this description box for anything else, I'll have that available. So check out the description box for the link to the original challenge video, so you can check that out. And I hope you'll be able to join us. Oops, well, I guess it goes here. Oh, now, so I do like these papers. These are ones that are from Jovi's Etsy shop, and I've decorated them up. But there's just a few pieces left. I'm going to use those on there. I'm creating with Jovi. Need to get the my new project started for her. I haven't done that yet. I have an idea, but I haven't done it yet. Just kind of overlapping these. It'll make the paper stronger. There's another piece of that. This one's pink. what else have we got? We've got gummy bears, you know, because sweet treats and things. This is pretty, but I'm going to hold on to that for a journal. Big piece here. I'm going to put this right here over the top of that, just like that. This is great. So let's see, I got a bit done today. I've been trying to get some adulting done. There's a few things I didn't do, but I did some cleaning today. Got my fish tank all cleaned up. I worked a little bit on my turtle tank, but his tank wasn't too bad, so I just refreshed a little on that one. I've been kind of paying attention to that one all week because I've been having some weird effects in my tanks, and so I've been trying to figure that out. So the turtle tank wasn't too bad. It had a weird algae in it, but I was able to get that out. And the water doesn't seem to be too affected, probably because I cleaned it partway through. I'm not too worried. The fishes was nasty. I cleaned that halfway through the time period too, but it just kept getting greener and greener. So Rocky got a full clean today. I was feeling guilty about that, poor guy. And I'm currently baking a prime rib in the oven. We're going to have family dinner tonight. Of course, you're going to be seeing this tomorrow in the morning. So if I was actually filming tomorrow, I would tell you it's amazing. Dinner was great. How could it not be? And we're having smashed potatoes with Parmesan cheese and garlic. Those are going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. And asparagus. I kind of really like this paper. I kind of really don't want to put it on there. Pull that one aside. Finish using this one. Okay, as much as I'm trying to do this no rhyme or reason, I am trying to make sure. Oh, I lapped him over there. Doggone it. That's okay, I can fix that. I'm trying to make sure the papers don't lap each other. I can set them farther apart. Let's see here. How about, I've got a camel. Camel here. We'll use that here, this little spot. Okay. Oh goodness. It just doesn't want to come out, huh? There must be a little lump in there. So what else is going on today? I don't know. It's been a nice day. Just kind of relaxing and catching up. Got ahead on some videos for cards. So you'll be seeing those. And like I said, I go back to work tomorrow. I've had a couple of days off. So Very good. My boss will be back to work on Monday. Looking forward to that. You can always tell when some of your strongest people aren't there to help you with the job. There we go. We can kind of separate that way. Forgot about this pink one. I thought it was just sitting there. It was just sitting there. I'm not even picking colors. It doesn't matter. Just kind of put that there. I'm sure it'll get chopped up. What else? I've got a big old spot over here. We can put this one here. And here's one that's just a clip. We'll just put this there. Ooh, I like that side better. There we go. Alright, any naked spots? I don't think so. I think we'll set this one aside and work on the next page. There we go. We can go ahead and use this copy. Just kind of put it wherever, this big old chunk, wherever. And we'll use some of this one. My pieces are getting bigger. Put that right in the middle. How about that? Not too concerned. It's going to turn out all collaged. It won't matter. And it's going to get cut up, so it really won't matter. There we go. Ooh. Don't put it next to the other one. Almost did, didn't I? The gummy bears. All these cutesy papers. I'm really excited for all of my scraps to fit into one box and be able to start looking at my paper pads again, because there are so many gorgeous ones and they're just sitting waiting for me to get through all this mess. So many ideas for them. And I try really hard not to go buy more paper. Especially for Christmas. It's going to be tough. I might buy one pad of paper for Christmas, but it's going to have to be a really good one. You guys have any recommendations? I know this stuff is probably already coming out. What are you guys loving for Christmas this year? What is out there? I'm not looking because I'm afraid I'll buy. So if you guys have favorite sets, let me know, because I'd love to see them. And it's not a money thing. It's not that I can't afford to go buy something. It's just I'm really trying not to build up my stash of my supplies right now, because I just have plenty. Plenty. here. Put this one up here. Oh, let's see, we can put this one over here. I think I grabbed a good amount. I'm using up this pretty much of this stack, so that's good. I really want to use up these donuts. I really do. It's cute paper, but it's been sitting here a long time. Probably won't even notice them when I'm done with it. We're gonna make this all vintage and mixed media up. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so much more of it. I still have this piece and this piece. It's too much to put on one. It's too much. I have that piece. I'm going to save that for something else. I really like that piece. And we can use these up. Ooh, yeah, no. I'm not going to use those up. I do really like these two. I really like. This one, I think I'm going to hold on to that too. But we can use this one. I have another box. You know what? I'm going to grab it real quick, you guys. I found this box the other day when I was moving stuff around, and I thought it was a different box, but when I started looking at it, I haven't seen this box forever. Look at this. Oh, I guess you can't see it. I'm sorry. You won't be able to see it, but I'm going to pull this one out and see if there's some fun things in here we can use too. I'm sure there will be, as I've started putting more recent papers in there to get them out of the way. Skip through those. Use some of this older stuff, like rainbows and things. I'm going to get to a point where my paper collection is going to be more reflective of the art that I prefer to make. That's going to be exciting. Some of the papers that I have are things that I purchased because I was making particular swaps and I needed a certain pattern or a certain theme. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not necessarily me. So I want to find a way to make those swaps and do those projects in a way that represents my style more. And that's my goal. That is my goal. Maybe I'll inspire people to look at things a little bit differently. There we go. Alright, what else is in here? I mean, I'm not even sure exactly what is in here, but I'm going to use it. If that's part of that paper, that's fine. That's a little more my style, but we'll use it because it's in here. I've got some brick. keep dropping it. And I've got some more brick. And some more brick. Let's see what else. There's some Christmas in here. There's some book page in here. Got this strip in here. Got those I want to hold on to, that I want to hold on to. Yeah, there's a few papers in here that have recently been put in here. I can tell. So what is the rest of this stuff? I think some of this stuff just needs to be split up into my scrap boxes. Oh, these are fun. These are made for me. That I can use. That I can use. Those I can use for something else. Where'd you come from? You get out of the way. You're not going on here. Okay, snowflakes. You know that's from last Christmas. What else? We've got this big old spot up here. We'll put this just somewhere random. Kind of do the same thing to this piece. I think we're covered. Oh, nope, I see a spot up there. Right here. Alright, there we go. So those are covered up. I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Now what? Now what are we going to do? Now we are going to trim this back. Alright, I'm going to deal with that box later. I think I can actually separate that out into my actual scrap box now. I think it's cleaned up enough. So I usually separate my scrap solids versus patterns. And I'm not going to do that. Okay. So I guess I'm going to use my scissors to clean that up. I'll just trim this way. Now let's make some marks and things on these. Let's put some stamping. Put some stamping on them. Maybe. Really? I kind of want to go in with some of these new stencils too. I really, really love this. I know it sounds crazy because it looks like water or galaxy, but I kind of really want to go in with brown. And I really think that it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going after it. Just kind of do some spots. kind of different, you know. Josie's watching videos in the other room. Can you hear him laughing? Alright, so we've got a little bit on that one. Let's get that on this one too. We're just going to use the same things because I don't need to reinvent the wheel. And they'll look a little bit more like a set if we do them similarly, so I can use them on the same project. Can't wait to go through this with this stencil though and use it on an ocean theme, like on my journal that I'm making, or like on a card or something like that with an ocean theme. I think that'll be really fun. Or galaxy. Maybe I could use this with those galaxy stickers and little papers that I got in my last Temu haul. That would work out. Be super cute too. Alright, so there we go. That's it for that one particularly. And let's see. Next, what can we do next? I like to use... see, and I could use these stars on the galaxy one, I mean. We could do... I feel like we should put some color on here. And I have these pinks. Call me crazy, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do it. Let's do something different. There's that brush. Why not? Let's just do something different. Now this is oxide, so if I use water on here, that'll actually oxidate, which would also be pretty darn cool. I might have to try that. Alright, there's that one. Put some pink on this one. Oxidate? Is that a word? Oxidize. Are they both words? I don't know. Okay. A little bit more down here and I think we'll be done with that one. Good deal. Okay, now what? Now I say, we got to do something about all the happy rainbowy stuff on here though. We need some stamping. We really do. And to get that done, I was just looking for the stamp that I love and I can't find it. It's part of that cleaning problem I have. You know, where I actually clean things up and don't know where they are. Yeah, that problem. I just had to look further in my drawer. It's this one. Let's use this one. These I think are supposed to be flowers or something, but I don't know. It leaves a cool design. Let's use, I'm going to use archival on this one though because I don't want it to smear. Because that will definitely take some of that. Well, it might not do anything if if I can't get the ink on it. I might need to put some ink in there. Is it the ink or is it the stamp? I'm not sure. It's not doing much, is it? It might be because of all the layers. I don't think that one's going to work for me. But we can go back to the standby. Maybe not. I think this is ink. I don't know if this is the right ink, but I'm going to use this ink. I think this ink might be for those, might be something different. But it's kind of too late now. I just put it in here. We will find out if it gets wet, won't we? Is that the right way? There we go. Yeah, I think I just messed that up. But it works. That's something, right? Okay, there's that. This one over here. There we go, there's something. Now we need some kind of design or something because that's just not going to be enough. Let's see, let's put some, let's do our postcard. It's got some writing on it. Something totally different. We're just kind of going, and it doesn't matter if it laps or not. You guys, these are brighter than the usual ones I do. For sure. We're gonna need some more something on these to make them a little more me. But so far so good. Okay, and now let's get some mushrooms on there because that'll be a big black blob that will help mask some of that. This is one of my handmade stamps. Let's see, put one right there. While we're at it, we'll go ahead and put the butterfly on too. Those are my go-tos for sure. Made this one too, but you couldn't see that one, could you? But that's okay, because I don't really need a full printout on that one. But if you're interested in seeing it, there it is. This is one of the first stamps that I made. And I love how it turned out. It's so quirky. I love it. Okay, and let's put this one up here. do it again. Gretchen, are you under? No, you're on your blanket. What was that? Something just brushed up against my feet. It must have been the cat. Gretchen's napping on her pillow. She has her own little pillow right near me when I'm working. She likes to keep an eye on me. Okay, what else? What else can we do to this? I think we can use some, we could use some pencils. Put that up for now. Put those up for now. I'll hold on to those stencils for a minute. Not those pencils. Not those. Where's the pencils I'm thinking of? Oh. No, those are actually not the pencils I'm thinking of. The pencils I'm thinking of are my Tim Holtz pencils that I always forget that I have, that need to be used. That's going to be these guys. I have some. I never use them. Look, they're like practically brand new. Why? Why don't I use them more? Because they're in the drawer. Let's kind of brown them up. That whole section needs to be browned up because I missed it. Just kind of outline some of the papers. No rules, just kind of just doing it. Should we use another color too? We'll use that one and maybe a green. Should we use the dark green? Or we could use a teal. No, let's use dark green. We'll see how this turns out. I have no clue how this is going to turn out. But it'll definitely add color. Okay, so let's do some more over here before we get them wet. We'll do the green one first this time. I know you guys probably are like, what is she doing? She's mad. She's crazy. What is she thinking? But you know what? Sometimes I think that about my favorite artists too. And it ends up turning out really cool. So sometimes you just gotta go with it. I don't know. Having an impulse to do this. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. If all else fails, I wasted a bunch of scrap papers I would have had sitting in a box anyway. And a little time. Let me go around this one. Not a lot of loss there. And we would have learned something, so there's actually a gain. Go away, pretty flower. I don't have a black pencil where I use that. I think we're good. All right, let's see. Is there any water in here? Of course not. Of course there's no water in there. But I do have water in here, so I can fill one up. Thick brush. or thicker brush. Let's go with thicker brush. I do this off screen so I don't pour this everywhere. I get a little water on my carpet, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I think I'd emptied these so that they wouldn't leak in the drawer. Not that they did leak, I don't know. I don't know if they would, but I figured it was safer that way. Put that on the back so I don't lose it. Alright, let's just smear that color all around. How long should it take before you start smelling the yumminess of the prime rib? Because I'm not smelling it. It's been in there a while. Where's my timer? Let's see how much time we've got left on it. We've still got only a half hour. I would have thought I would smell it by now. It's probably going to need to go a little longer than that. I made it a short time because my oven is so tiny. I kind of have to make it a shorter time and then keep an eye on it. My oven is really tiny, like so small that I don't even know if they make them that small. Well, I guess so, because they make them for campers and things. It's not as small as a camper stove, but I mean, it's pretty tiny. I tried shopping for one that size one time, and I was like, I wasn't having any luck. So I figured I'd keep it longer. Because when I moved into my house, I thought it would be nice to have a nice stove that nobody's cooked on before. But when I started diving into it, I was like, yeah, maybe that's just overrated. It's an old house. This thing's got some history to it. Yeah, that's it. Character. It's made thousands of wonderful meals. Nothing wrong with that. And there's not really. I just wanted a new stove. I did get a new dishwasher. That was pretty nice. I love it. It's I got a silent one. And it truly is. People open it all the time not realizing it's on. You have to look on the floor at the light to see if it's on. It's pretty great. The one that was in here, actually in this house, was pretty loud, and the kitchen is right next to the living room where the TV is, so it was kind of hard to hear the TV. It was so loud. So that's why I wanted a silent one, so that it wouldn't interfere. So that's what I got. I love it. One of these days I hope to remodel my kitchen though. Update it a bit. It's still got the, I think it's the original cabinets from when the house was built in '72. And they're a bit warped. They're not in bad shape, but they're not in the best of shape either. It would just be nice to update the kitchen. It's definitely aged. I'm not a fan of the flooring either, so that would need to happen at the same time. It's going to be a major thing. So one day, maybe. Alright, so that's that. We got those done. Oops, there's a little bit more there. And I think that's it for that. Still not my favorite. Trying to think of what I can do to it. I think the best thing I can do though is to go ahead and splatter it. That's what I can do. I can splatter it. And I'd be happy to. I can break my brush up. This is my splatter brush. This is the one I've ruined for splattering. I only use it for splattering. And this is just acrylic paint mixed with water, just watered down. Let's do a little bit of this everywhere. Hello.
Hi.
I am filming, yes.
Well, hello, friends.
That is Chloe has come to visit. Are you checking on when dinner's going to be ready?
Sure. When is that?
So the roast has about half an hour left, maybe. So I'm going to get up as soon as I'm done with this in a minute or 2 or 5. I'm going to go in and start the potatoes.
Heyo. Well, let me know if you need any help.
I appreciate that.
You look, that counts.
It was like this. It was like...
Yeah, but you looked at it, it counts.
There we go. What are you talking about? I guess I'll go ask them when I get off. Oh, okay. They're talking about some game in there, and they're like, does it count? Because I looked at it. I'm like, what? I don't know what she's talking about. Alright, you guys. Splatter is done. It's going to have to dry anyway. I'm going to go ahead and call it done. Later on, I will be cutting these up and making tags and things out of them. And I will be sure to let you know how they turn out. Alright, I'll be back later. Alright guys, here we go. I've got these all cut up and ready to go. I cut them into strips that are 5.5 long by 2.5 and 3.5 inches. So I did a couple different sizes and I'm loving how they turned out. So when it's time to use them, I'll be able to put different focal points and things on top of them. And it'll be a lot of fun to use these in different ways. I can use some of my die cuts and put, you know, like my funky bird. Something like that. Make a cute tag that way. Or, you know, rubber stamps or, you know, lots of different ways. Or I'll put backing on each of them probably because it's really thin paper. But we've got some really fun things here. And then I can distress think them and cut them into tag shapes, whatever we want to do. Put some forest, like since it's got mushrooms on it, maybe I can get some forest die cuts, or not forest, mushroom die cuts. That's the word I'm looking for. Super cute. Lots of great colors. If I don't like, you know, I can actually add different mixed media to each one. Maybe I want to put some paste on them or something. Or some, you know what I didn't use? I didn't use gesso. Put some gesso on them and fade out some of that color. Whatever. We can turn them into lots of fun things. We can use labels on them. And the opportunities are endless. So I'm going to kind of keep these like this for now. And work on them, you know, over time. This will be one of those finish it Friday kind of things probably, and make a handful of these. But anyways, I just wanted to show you once they're cut up what we've got. what we're working with. Yeah, definitely some of these are bigger, wider than others. And that's okay because I'm going to need different widths for different projects. So these are perfect for that. To have those mixed in. And each one's going to be, you know, unique and individual. And that is fantastic. I can take strips of paper like this, use that to decorate or to complete something, or put it this way. I can add, I don't know, I can add whatever. We can make a happy birthday tag and add a sentiment on that way. So many things. Like I said, options are endless. You can do whatever we want. We could put a car on there. Maybe it's driving along, petting. Who knows? Maybe we put a flower on it. Could do something like that. Lots of options. So anyways, you guys, I just wanted to jump on and let you know how these turned out. I think they turned out pretty cute. Again, they're obviously not finished because there's so many different things that we can do. So I'm going to put these away in my stash for now and work on them when the need arises, because that will tell me what I need to make with them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for always showing so much wonderful support. Love you guys dearly. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.